Good morning, everyone. This is Jeff Arcos. Welcome again to the daily webinar. Today we are 19th of November 2019. Remind you this one is not meant to be financial advice. This is only an education presentation. Please consider term and condition before you continue, saying when you're receiving this recording. So well, thank God for another day into my life and I pray His blessings today. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. On the news side, Australia has a 10:30 monetary policy meetings minutes, and then after midnight, we don't have really much. All right, let's look at a little bit of yesterday. So what the um, the one that we sent it. So um, this is in Australia, so it's number one in a list. So Australia, New Zealand. And especially, this has been like a, sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weekly positive closes, and this week is negative. We got a shopping level, and I said that's on the 4 hours time frame. So this is the margin that we put it over here. So everything looks where we wanting on the weekly, and with the weekly system, we only work in the weekly and the EA here. Okay, so that's what it is at the moment. And no, what are you there? And that's the daily. So one platform is for the daily, and other ones will be for the weekly time frame. So this is gonna be for the weekly, and that it is. So measuring there, and yeah, we just can look in the morning, and that's it. Nothing more. Now another thing as well, when we're looking over here, the behavior, what happened in Australia from last week to this week, we can see that the divergence, is there. All right, a very different points anyway into that. Okay, what am I gonna say here now? Pound Australia, so the same thing. So pound is strong, Australian is weak. 1 week over there, everything in monthly, so everything it looks to me quite good over here. So therefore, we just do the trade from that with the pound Australia, and really here we can just go and check, by hand. So okay, this is we're looking to go short. This is we're looking to go long. This is we're looking to go long. This is we're looking to go short. This is we're looking to go long. Nothing happened. Long already trigger. Long is already there, and pound yen long. And that's it. That's all you can do. You can decide whether you want to, shifting your stop loss, putting a little bit bigger. The main thing, everything there. So that's on the weekly. Actually, I'm gonna put it here. Resave that one there as the weekly candle close direction. So this is what we're trading over here, and that's it. If you want to check it, check it. If you not, come back next week. All right. So and there we are. All right. So we put it down on this one. So yesterday I find in the daily for Monday two charts, which is the pound yen is the number one. Now here we're looking at the daily and the 1 hour, and I'm gonna just review very soon about that. So we have here the daily, beautiful there, with just sort of in a perfect condition to trade pound yen. And for that one, I'm using the next one where I have more of those here. Now here I'm using the 20, so that was the entry. And for the first day, sometimes I feel like I want to look at a midpoint as a kind of protection. So ended up doing here a nice 15 pips. That it's not too bad. At least 15 pips is better than no pips. And that's it. All right. Now, do I want to continue entry with this one? It's all dependent on what do we have today. With the pound is still in the daily very strong. The yen is there. So yeah. So now that I just reset that one there and let it run for another breakout over there. So it might take quite good time for that. And the other one, it was that if I eliminate that one and that one and this that one there, it's definitely in a move that was last week. So and there it is, right from there, and the pound is the US is weak, the pound is strong, in a very low volatile. So those ones are going quite good. So that was already going. So here I can, it's enough buffer from there. So here, remember, we're going to the 100 pips profit. Nearly got it there, but hopefully 100 pips. I got the same system though. 100 pips break even. Already can move that one there, and 100 pips, and maybe just gonna take 50% off of that, and the rest will be running on. In this case, that I'm already into that. I'm just gonna be running through the outside, define it, because I got 50%, I got break even. The rest is just whatever God gives to that one there. Okay, so that's cool. And that's it. There was only two currencies yesterday we did have with the daily. Then today there was only three currencies. So looking in this one, now we look in the daily. This is the daily system and the one out over there. And looking over here, we have a perfect ABC on big breakout. So that's a nice ABC. There is no doubt that there the euro is strong, the Australian is weak. So that's all I want to know on a perfect ABC. And that's it. So we just from that put it Euro Australia. So that's it is. Measure my midpoint, and then let that one run from that. This is in the daily. We're using the 20 for the daily, the 40 for the 4 hours, because we're looking quite look good long term with that one there. The next one, looking over here, Australia, the pound is strong, Australian is weak. We got a perfect ABC, and that's where the sets should be with Australian yen, and that it is. So now this is interesting here, how to manage the 20, to try to get whatever we wants to get. That was from last week on the 4 hours. But as I said, in this one, I want one in dedicate for the. So this one I'm gonna put the daily candle close direction. So the other one we do the weekly candle close. This is the daily candle close direction. Now here I have possible 25 pips. So what I do here, I put it 2 tries of 30. So that's 60. So because from there to there, would be maybe 50, 60 pips distance. So I want to half of my risk, put into this and let it go. 100 pips break even, 100 pips take profit 50%, and then the rest we leave it up to the market over there. See what happened. And the last one is the Australian US. Now Australian US, both of them are actually bearish over here, but at least here the US is neutral, but the Australia is weak, and we have some kind of doji candle on a retracement with that red figure. So, and this is where I set the EA for that one there. All right. So so yeah, so that's normally, and that's it. So we trade less. We That's 20. Actually, I put 25 pips, which is, look, it's nearly the whole lot. So that's, you can afford to do those kind of trades over there. Okay, so we finished with that. We checked it already, the weekly. We have nothing more to do with that. Now let's jumping into the daily system. Okay, so what is the daily system? Is going to be how the daily system. We did the weekly, and the weekly we wanting the Canadian, the weekly and the 4 hours time frame over there. All right. And let me bring this one here. And we put it on the weekly. So that's the weekly over there. And let's, if we're looking over here, this week, I just want to pick any area where yeah, maybe this area. Have you noticed here on the 22nd of July, New Zealand is very strong, but in the 29th, which is Monday, it's very weak. So we're looking here on that week over there on the 29th of July, see what happened. So that's there, and just need to readjust over here. All right, so we got that that one there, and now if we're gonna be looking this one, so I wanna be looking Australia, New Zealand, but definitely I'm gonna be looking Australian, US. Sorry, New Zealand, US, and I want to see the one thing, the first week that turns around. Okay, it's very Helen saying trading the weekly system and holding the long trade the weekly on the Euro US and oh really? Okay, yep. Yeah, I guess the what is gonna define when to get out of, is going to be, that the final Donchen trend line. As well, you can decide it. I said I wanted all my profits into there, so it's many ways that really can be take off. Otherwise, we can leave that one from here. So yeah, it's up to we can leave the EA. That number 40 is quite good for that. For that. It's very good to do. What I don't recommend to continue holding longs in here because this is already, it's not right. But yeah, so that's in there. So we got here, so the Australian and the US, that's what we wanted in that week. And this the first week, we have resistance, whatever we want to be looking. So resistance is there. All right. So we're looking now on the 4 hours time frame. So that's the next job over there, and that's where we put it. And here it is. We don't know really how this is gonna happen there, but we can come. Once we got 100 pips, even you know, every time. I believe good times to add position is when this color change. That's actually good add position, at least one, and then the final is right there, and that's it. So that really is a very good way to do. All right, the next one is Euro New Zealand. So once I look over there, I want to see one thing only. I reckon, Helen, this is very good, huh? Especially, to trading less, more quality, all kind of stuff. It's the first week you see that is actually bullish, or in this case, the index mid is with us. So we got a shopping level definitely over there, and Euro New Zealand, we say, and there it is. And well, from here, I guess we can do anything after 2 weeks. We can put it over there. Um, I don't know, after you see that weekly over there, we can put that. Yeah, that's it. I'm getting out of that. And from that to that is a nice 500 pips. Or we hold that one there, but it didn't go too far. So as you see, it's nearly the same. So yeah. So it's matter of really trust, in the Donchin run over here. So the next one is the pound New Zealand. And yeah, it's the first week. We got a sort of kind of shopping level over there. Everything okay. Put it over here and look down. The next week it went down. So the moment I guess the market comes around, that's what maybe only come and check because you don't want this kind of thing, you know. So once the market is it's not running, it's not running, so something is wrong, and we leave it over there, and then look 2 weeks later, bang, you know, we wanted those nice, you know, hit runs that it can make us the quick trade over there. Um, all right, so that's pound New Zealand, and then we got, let's have a look, New Zealand Canadian, even if we don't trade. And it's the first week shopping levels. Yes, everything okay over there. And we're looking over here. What I did. No, that's okay. And there it is, another one there. Nice run. The next one is New Zealand yen. And the first week shopping level. Yep. That's just need to put the line there and look around and say, yep, that's it is over there. Does you see it there? 100 pips. The rest, you know, possible in this long trip would be we already got a good buffer. Could be new entry, and then that's it. There would be out of that. Okay, so and then when we're looking, for example, the Swiss, we said, I don't. That's weak, but the New Zealand is more weak than the Swiss. So the main thing is just put it that, look it over here, and make the decisions from there. All right. So, and that it is. When the market go back that heavy, it's good idea actually to, instead of the outside the dunch in the midline, it would be a nice get out of on these trades. But look here, it would be useless to hold that trades for such a long weeks. And another currency that is very weak is the Australia. I want to see if that is the first week. So Australian US is the one. Yes, it's the first week. And we got shopping levels, so therefore we didn't get that one there. What a shame. But look, from here to there is 220, 100 pips already, 50, and the rest I can run over there. We can just, it's amazing this one, because you can really trade once a week, and that's it. Euro Australia is another one. The only thing I want to see is the first week. My goodness, this is too much, too good to be true, isn't it? What do you reckon? Is that too good to be true or no? And then we can say, yep, that's a perfect golden candle, first week up. So, and there it is. Put in 100 pips, 120 stop loss over there. The market reached, as you see here, it reached 100, 50% break even. Maybe you got to stop out back again over there, and this one just went like a crazy, there. Next one, pound Australia. Is the first week? Yes, it is the first week. So, but look what happened, and immediately after that. So once the market entered to this negative side, look, sometimes could be a good option. Say no, I don't want to take that risk over there, because if the market is gonna go, it's gonna go. If it's no, no. All right. So that's we need to use play by ear over there, and that's it. But the results can be very outstanding there. The next one is that New Zealand Canadian, and the only thing we need to ask the question is that the first week. All right. And the second question, do we have a shopping levels there? So two simple questions. Index meta, this is on the weekly system, and come to the 4 hours. We're looking the distance between here to the midpoint, 80 pips. I don't have a there 100 pips. The market moves. I'm in a break even, and the rest goes through that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, and you out of that trade 6 weeks later. That could be a good Yeah, that's exactly the first week and the golden candle as well. What look, doesn't matter what support or resistance, what shopping level we have, as long we have. All right, so that's one of the main things that we need to be looking. Is the first week we have resistance level and we are on the tops of this one over here. Australian yen. So, and this is only yesterday job, Monday morning, and then once you put the E8 over there, you can't help the E8. You can, help the market to go in your way. You just need to trust what you see over there. That's all. Australian yen, is that the first week? Do we have a shopping level? And that's two simple questions over there. So rejection point, first week. You didn't get the top, not the bottom. 79 pips stop loss. The market goes in 100 over there. You come to the break even from your position, and then the trailing stop goes there. It went as far 300. I think once the market is in a 300 level, I can tempted to move to there because I'm happy with 300. Tell you, that's a quite good hit, and that's it. All right, so there we are. Got that one there, and we got the run for that one over here. Now, as well, the Swiss is weak, but the Australia is very, very weak. Not that I'm trading Australian Swiss, but I want to see what I say to you before. Is that the first week? Yes. Do we have shopping levels? That's very, very simple questions to answer. You tick in over there, and there we are. 60 pips stop loss, 100 pips, 50% break even, and the rest another 200 pips later. So what else we can do? What we're gonna do? And you see, when you see these two majors, that don't bother to look for more trades. That's already is done good over there. All right, let's do one more because I want to move to the daily strategy, and I'm gonna move. We already did this one over there, somewhere over here. I want to pick anywhere over there. All right, so we come in the weekly. Let's see the 1st of July. Here we coming on that weekly, and New Zealand is the number one. So New Zealand yen, I want to look, and the only thing I want to be looking over there is exactly the same thing. So 1st of July will be somewhere here. If I move over there, that is the 1st of July. So we're looking New Zealand yen, and there it is. Is the first week? Maybe yes, maybe no. It looks quite okay. And I'm looking over here, and what happened next? So we come in, somewhere after 10 o'clock, and nothing happened. So you didn't make money, you didn't lose money as well. Pound New Zealand, the next one. Now here we got 1, 2, 3 weeks went down, up, and nowhere. And Sunday now we got the final over there. So here if this is too much to 160, you can come to the previous fractal 160. Well, it's nothing that you can do. The market moves 100, break even over there. You got to be a stop out over here. All right, so that's but you got the winner and you stayed out of the mess until here, and then the market went beautiful 300 pips. So as I say, 300 pips, then to get out over there. All right. So where we were, pound New Zealand Swiss. And there we are. So we enter over here, 80 pips. By the end of the week, they're somewhere over there. And I said I take the loss, the 30 pips, so nothing happened. But that's okay. That's as I say, it's on time. New Zealand, US. Now this is as you see here, this is not the first week. This is the second week. So if you are there, just pass it. Do not bother to entertain those ones. Just pass it by and forget it about it from that point over there. All right. Euro New Zealand. And there we are. Same thing, somewhere over there. Get trigger, and then by the end of the week, I would move my stop to that, and then out of that trade until the week over here, and then the market went beautiful. So we're playing by ear. That's all we can do. Okay, let's look the yen. What the yen is telling us over there. Australian yen. First week, nothing happened through the week. Didn't make money. Canadian yen. We're still on the positive never in there, but yeah, this one didn't do much. So it's gonna be weeks like that sometime, but that's okay. And that's it. And then the rest, I don't know whether the euro yen and the rest would work. So it didn't. All right. All right. So once we see that, we're going to the top three and there is not really much over there, we might have those dodgy weeks that sometimes happen. So pound Australia, and as I say, sometimes you're gonna find good trades. Sometimes we can't tell the market what to do. The main thing that we got our tools ready in place. This is definitely will be in 120, 130 pips. Stop loss. The market moves 100 pips, 50% off. Come to the break even. Possible survive over there, and then it went to 200. More as I say, if the market reached 300, is a very good way to get out of that trade. 300 is quite nice, nice over there. Pound Australia, Australian Swiss. First week, short run, that's okay. Australia US. Second week, not interesting. Euro Australia. First week, and yeah, so there it is. 100 pips, break even, 50% out of the trade. Simple like that. All right, because we don't want to do the thing. Now, is the market is gonna move 100 pips all the time? That is the biggest questions that we have. All right. Number 4, the last one, Canadian pound Canadian. Could we say the market has been sort of kind sideways down, but now here we got a very nice bar over there, and the market with the speed of light went 390 pips, so 300 pips, 100 pips break even, so it would have worked beautiful over there. And this one over there, and that's it. So after that, I don't, if you want to do more, it's fine. If you know, much better that they don't get involved with that one there. All right, let's move to the daily now. Now with the daily, we want to be using the daily time frame, and we want to use in the 1 hour. And here we're going to be using the 20. Let's put it the okay. There we are. Now, what are we looking over here? Something that you need to understand about the ADX is how the ADX works. All right, the ADX has two features that is telling us over here has that turning points in the market and as well continuation. All right, so that's the two things that I see very, very much. Now, if we follow that, I think it will be, quite rewarded the way that we want to be looking to trade. Now, um, we are in this currency. Now we're looking, for example, something like this one. Um, and one thing that I want to, before I continue with that, as I say to you, this market has the two significant features. Look when the ADX turns for the first time to red. And from that moment, the market, it did one pullback, two pullbacks, three pullbacks, four pullbacks. And this is when the market actually started turning over here. But through this period, every pullback was an opportunity to enter in the direction that it was over there. All right. Um, yeah, and when the market is like that in the sideways move, you hardly is gonna find, sort of kind of trend, but it's gonna be both colors over there. Okay, so we are over there, and what we want to make sure that when we are into the changing color and everything over there, that day, which is the 30th of October, the 30th of October over there, I want to come over here and I want to be looking and 'We're looking at the pound, which is number one only, and the Canadian, which is minus 35. So that makes sense. So that signal is quite good. So I'm happy to take that one. And if we look at that now, and here, there's your entry, there's your stop loss, 100 pips, yep, break even, and the rest over there. So this one is only gonna be for 2-3 days, the max, and you're gonna be in and out, and that's it. All right. Now this is being a bit dodgy over there, but we're still looking quite good in the direction of where it is here, up, up, up. And pound Canadian, this is on the 11, 12, 12th of November. The pound is strong and the Canadian is weak. So when we're looking over there, 88 pips, market triggering over here, and possible by now it could be enough, 9 to 10 pips trade over there. We got a signal over there. That's a nice signal breakout over there with the ADX. But that day, even if we haven't changed over there, that day is an outstanding day, like at the first day that it turns around, and the direction that we see over here. So we want to make sure if that day match the index meter. So that's the 11th of October. Here we are. The pound is number one and the Canadian is number 8. So that match my signal. And when I look at over here, there we are. We measure that 170. Oh, very rude this currency, isn't it? So look, this is, if you try this, you gotta be prepared. Maybe don't try 6 currency, trade only 2 or 3, and so you can afford the pips distance over there. But the market, when 100 pips break even, would be out over there, and then after that, this currency can be a bit silly at the end of the day. Here we got a beautiful signal the market is giving to us, sort of kind of ABC color change, and that happened the 26th of October. No, September, sorry. There we are. The pound is weak and the Canadian is strong. Very simple. When those key days, are matching what we're looking, that's all we can aim of it. So the trades that, for example, today we find it is very simple, because here, for example, this is the Euro Australia. Australia is very, very weak, and the Euro is, sorry, Australia weak, but the Euro is less weak over there. So that was the last one we find for today. It is a perfect ABC. And here the Australian yen is very weak. The yen is strong, beautiful ABC. So that's how we want to be looking. And the same with Australian US. Australian is more weakened than the US. So we got over here, and there we are. So when we're looking in any currency, for example, let's look at pound yen, and we look in this nice sort of kind, apart from this mess that is there. Every time we see something like that, as you see here, the market turned the direction, and we can question all of those trades. That's, for me, is a give it away trade. When I find something like that and I look in the 10th of September, and I only need to come over here. There we are, 10th of September. And we want to be looking the pound, and we want to be looking the yen. So once we got that one running, and I need to move this one again. There we are. Now, unfortunately, this currency tends to fluctuate very crazy, but still, still in the direction that we're looking for at the end of the day. Here, for example, I have a signal. This is now making sense, as you say. I say before, the trend is very strong. It's going only, it's going only one way. So, but here, so that would be no. But whatever I find over there, things, I want to come to the index meter. So the 2nd of September, I want to be looking over there. And there we are, the 2nd of September. I want to see what the pound yen is doing. The yen is very strong and the pound is weak. So perfect. And set up 83 pips. The market went 100, break even, and I got 50% over there. And that's it. So we don't worry anything more. So here we got another signal. Very clear. Very nice. So now by this time, we know where the direction is. All right. So take care about this. This give it two signals: turning point, which is over here, or continuation. All right. So that's the purpose of this tool over there. And now that we have such a beautiful setups, it's incredible over there. But on the 29th of July, I just want to make sure that my here I got on the right place. June of, I went so quickly. July 29th of July. That's the 29th of July. Yep. So 29th of July. I want to see what the pound is doing and what the yen is doing. And from there it is. So we say that we wanted that looking over there, 80 pips, the market moves 100, 50% is up, break even, and then the rest. And this is, we haven't changed the 20. Oh, we're still in the 40. Look, even the 40 is not bad idea. Huh? What do you reckon, Richard? The 20 for sure will get us out of there, so it's gonna be some kind of quick profits. But the 40, because the entry will be the same, whether we're using the 10, the 20, the 30, or the 40. Where we're looking is the trailing stop. And wow, look at over there. Even in this instance, we can add positions from there. I don't know there, but that was definitely over there. So that's all we want to know. And everything is matched up. So that's the daily system. So this is going to be completely different to the weekly. So in the weekly, we don't worry really much on here. So here it's been quite choppy. Still, every single retracements or whatever you're looking over there is still nice. 100 pips break even. Even that would get us out of that trade. And the same, if we're looking on the meter, what the meter is telling me at that point, 16th of July. The pound is weak and the yen is less weaker, but the pound definitely is going down over there. So let's look somewhere over there. We got the arrow over here. It's 13th of June. Okay, so I think that's as far I can go. 13th of June over there. The pound, the yen is very strong, and the pound is here. Richard said he likes the 30 as well. Yep. Actually, if you go to the BR's website, they're using the 60. That's the number they have, 60. But like I said, the entry, because we're using the candle close direction, the entry will be the same. So what we're looking is just the trailing stop only. Look at that. How many of you reckon they have two gold strategies at the moment with the weekly and with the daily and using just the index band? Now, the only benefit that we have in the active index meter that I pass to everyone is that if you want to scalp in the market, because that only give us now, but here we have history, into that. So that's the only benefit. But the same thing, you come into that, open there, and as long the daily in the daily meter, point you to all of here, all of there, you're okay. All right, my friends. So yeah, so that's why in the daily I have set up like that, and so we're looking there, and yeah, so the daily, and then we go to the 1 hour. But what we want in that every time we have a candle like this one, you see this is the consolidation area, candle like that, beautiful trace, huh? So, all right. Okay, my friends. Thank you very much for today. So we got the currencies for today. The weekly is running, so for that one, just let it run through the week. But we're still looking, a little bit every morning, and that's it. All right. Have a beautiful day. Cheers and bye.